This portion of Professional Rough Stock is brought to you by Tres Rios Silver, the official buckle of the PRS, STS Ranchwear, Silver Lining Herbs, Birch Rodeo, our stock is always rising, Foothills Feeders, and Wrangler, long live Cowboys.
Welcome back to the Pro Roughstock Collision in the Cape here in Cape Girardeau, Missouri. We want to thank the staff here at the Show Me Center who have been wonderful hosts helping us bring the best of Roughstock to our fans and the RFD TV audience. Well, as I mentioned earlier, bull rider Bump Postlethwaite had a head-on collision that had everybody scared, and he's made his comeback this week, and earlier Kelly Timberman caught up with him to see how he's feeling.
I mean, you've come head-to-head with the bull before, I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean, in 2007, I got kicked in the head and had brain surgery and come back, 3-4 months after that and had to take a couple more months off and come back. That down there, I had a bad concussion in Redmond, went and got checked down afterwards, and, I got on some practice bulls this week, feel real good, and back and ready to go today.
Right now, I'd like to introduce you to our STS Ranchwear bullfighters, Jason McCall of Oregon and Idaho's Torrey Cooper, and the barrel man is the always hilarious J.J. Harrison. Here's Merrick Brooks of Cool, Texas. He's on a bull called the Gambler from New Frontier Rodeo Company. What do you know about Merrick?
Man, I tell you what, this kid, he's got some talent. He looks good. He can ride really well. He's going to have to really set up there and keep trying. And look at this. We got one kicked off. Man, I tell you, sometimes them bulls just seem like they seem to scoot forward and get out from under them guys.
Boy, they sure do. This one flat, blowing up in the air, not really tipping over. Wasn't much help. It didn't look like to me, but
no, you look at it, he's just kind of blowing, hanging, but really just leaves him, the whole time through out there.
That'll happen. Merrick Brooks, he comes down. Now to Willis Trosclair. Well, this guy's had some big wins. Willis Trosclair's moved into the top 7 out of Thibodaux, Louisiana. This is the guy who they tried to carjack him, and he said, I don't think you're going to get in my car. They shot him in the guts, and now he's making a comeback. Joe Kidd from New Frontier Rodeo.
Man, the thing I like about Willis is, look at him. He's aggressive. Needs to get a little more control of that free arm, but, he's trying to do everything he can to get to whistle. It's nice to see him back.
He made it. I mean, he stayed center the entire 8 seconds. You only got to hang on to him for 8, and that's all he needed right there. He sticks to this bull like rivets on Wranglers.
He looks like he's overriding the bull with his free arm. He's wanting to win something so bad, he's daring one to buck underneath it.
It's an 80.5 for Trosclair, who's trying to win his second event of the season. Now to Brent Mins of Delta, Missouri. Doggone Bad from New Frontier is the name of that bull.
I tell you what, I like Brent. Brent, he travels with Jay Morrow. That's a good crew. They both really know how to ride bulls, and once they get kicked off, they can look good. And boy, Brent's looked good right here. Keep going, Brent.
Oh, man, I tell you what, he flicked that blinker on to turn right, and he just had him on the end of his arm. It looked like Spud when he come around.
This is a hard deal. When you come back to this replay, look at this bull. And if you look at that tail whipping plumb up over Brent. Used to be back in the day before you had a helmet on. Right now, you'd be having troubles even seeing anything,
You bet.
But just one of them deals bucked Brent off. I'm sure if you run him in again, it wouldn't happen.
Good effort by Brent Mins, and he only stayed on 5.7, but that might be enough to get him to the Final 4. Jay Morrow of Iowa is on that 706 bull. Here's a young bull, hadn't even earned a name yet, but boy, he has been showing some promise.
Boy, Jay, just loosen up, come on, kick. I tell you.
It looked like that bull wanted to turn back to the right, but with Jay over there in that right position where he couldn't, he just never did make the turn.
Well, they're just, them bulls, they're smart as all get out. Naturally, you can feel you over there. He's probably normally around there to that right, and he's like, I just can't go that way.
No, the bull's there. If he had gone to the right, well, Jay would have had a chance, and the bull, he's in it to win it. Right now, you can see our scoreboard with Trosclair 80.5. Mins is hanging on with a 5.7. As we go to the comeback, Bump Postlethwaite. The bull is Fear Factor. Here's a man who qualified for the International Finals Rodeo and bull riding and steer wrestling.
Oh, I tell you, he's all-around cowboy and all-around hand. He's making a bull ride. Was he there? Oh.
No, he didn't make it that time. He just couldn't get them hips rolled over to that inside, could he?
That's no easy task. When you take a shot like he did, come back from that, and look how he's putting out the effort. The bull's kind of out through there, normally probably around to that left. Well, now he finds his spot around the right. But see, Bump's such a big guy, and it doesn't take much. You get everything kind of on the wrong side. When you're that tall and got that much upper body, you're going to have troubles.
7.6 seconds should get him into the Wrangler Final 4 round with one more guy to go. Here is Dylan Moore of Poplar Bluff, Missouri. Another guy from southern Missouri with a lot of fans here tonight. Braveheart from New Frontier Rodeo.
Boy, looks good right out of there. Bull kind of just setting up, trying to find a spot. Still looking. This guy's making it. Oh, come on, Dylan, hang on.
Guys, it looked like that he made it through the toughest part of that ride with great form, and then when things kind of spun up and got easier, that's what got him down.
Well, have you ever noticed sometimes during them rides you'll sit up there and you think, man, this is feeling good.
I mean, look at that
about
roll
time you think. I mean, look at this.
Down and
Then comes around. Yep. Just didn't have a hold with them feet. Had him kind of bounce loose before he got to the turn back. Bucked him off.
That's a good bull rider, though. Dylan Moore's not the last we're going to see of him. Hey, it's not the last we're going to see of him at this event because he stays on for 7.4 seconds, and that's going to get him where he wants to be, the Wrangler Final Four. You can see that Brent Mintz makes it in. Dylan Moore, third, bump postal weight, nearly gets the whistle, but he's the number 2 man, and the only score, Willis Strauss-Clare. He's the leader and 1 bull away from winning his second event. Now coming up next, Heath DeMoss joins the field of Saddle Bronc riders right here in Cape Girardeau. You're watching the PRS Collision in the Cape on RFD.